With the arrival of summer, health officials say melanoma cases are on the rise and the sun could be to blame. Channel 5's Cecilia Gutierrez spoke to health officials on how to keep you safe.
According to the American Cancer Society, melanoma accounts for a large majority of skin cancer deaths. In the year 2018, the ACS estimates over 91,000 new melanoma cases to be diagnosed. Anthony Acuna spends the majority of his time outside. He says on average he spends about an hour and a half to 3 hours outside for work and chores around the house.
When we're driving some of the machines, we have to go get some of the items from outside. So like the other day I was out there for a good hour and a half on the forklift just working.
Because of this, his health in the sun's brutal exposure crosses his mind more than ever.
I've known a couple people that have had skin cancer and stuff from too much exposure to the sun. So it does cross my mind. When you're young, you don't think about it too much.
One particular type of skin cancer is on the increasing side of the scale.
Melanoma is on the rise and it's usually in the sun-exposed areas.
Medical resident Dr. Eddie Burgess says the sun is the #1 risk factor to getting melanoma. He says melanoma is so dangerous because it's one of the toughest forms of cancers to diagnose.
The area that is located usually in the sun-exposed areas, okay? The color, the borders usually not normal, it's not regular, it's have like bumps and all that. It have different colors.
A cancer like melanoma can travel throughout the body, infecting not only the skin, but areas such as the brain and lymph nodes. Dr. Burgess says the best thing you can do is check yourself for new moles, especially after a bad sunburn. And with the UV index in the valley being at extreme levels right now, Dr. Burgess says sun exposure is something you really need to watch out for.
Right now with the summer, we actually recommend them to prevent sun exposure, especially between hours from 11 to 3 p.m.
Dr. Burgess recommends using sunblock of at least 30 SPF multiple times throughout the day and to reapply it every 3 hours. And just because the label says it's waterproof doesn't mean it's going to protect you all day.
Even though it says it's water protected, it will go away.
Dr. Burgess says with the summer months upon us, the best thing you can do is educate yourself about skin cancer and really limit that sun exposure. Dr. Burgess says you should check any exposed areas of your body for new moles, especially after a bad sunburn. He says you should check for discoloration, uneven borders, and elevation. Outside of the Channel 5 News studios, Cecilia Gutierrez, Channel 5 News at 6.
According to the American Cancer Society, melanoma cases have increased over the past 30 years. This is Channel 5 News Extra. The American Cancer Society says men are more at risk for melanoma than women. This varies by age, though. Before age 50, the risk is higher for women. After age 50, the risk is higher for men.